Hello everyone, this is Mr. What If, and today we're gonna be doing what if Deku was Big Daddy or became a Big Daddy. I'm not so sure, but so yeah, Big Dad. If you don't know, just stumble on this randomly and just search up what if Deku was a Big Daddy. Big Daddy is basically just a big protector, genetically altered. So he's like way stronger than a human being, and he has heavy armor and stuff. And its goal is to protect what is called a little sister, which is the little child that's beside this big thing uh, on screen. So yeah, it's protects it with its life, as it's gonna gather Adam, which is a substance which in this universe I'm gonna make. It's like genetic. You can extract it from um corpses of quirk users, and specific quirks give specific types of atom. So like if you extract atom from a quirk user who has fire capabilities, then you get fire powers. So yeah, so let's just get into it. So we start off when he's 16 years old, like in canon, and he's just walking along, and then he's walking back home actually. So he's just walking along on his way home. He's a bit oblivious because he's writing down in his notepad. Note. What the fuck am I saying? Notebook, not notepad. So then he hears a piercing screech. He falls to his knees and covers his ears. When he looks around, then he just gets up and looks around. He doesn't see anything, but something is rapidly approaching in blinding speeds. Then he gets a glimpse of what appears to be like it's similar to a Big Daddy version like this, but smaller and only has one eye, which just knocks him the fuck out. It's just pop right in the head. So yeah, and yeah, so we go away from Deku now. Has been multiple days now. Deku has been nowhere to be found or seen. Nobody has seen him and everything. Inko's worried, and the police are checking after him. Bakugo is, which isn't this what if it everybody wonders what happened. So yeah, then I'll cut to Deku. He wakes up in some like he's strapped to like a chair, operation table, as he helplessly sees him, scientists just stabbing him with syringes and injecting him with a red liquid. And his mind slowly but surely dozes off into just slowly breaks, it deteriorates, and his instinct disappear, being replaced by new instincts. And then everything fades to black. When he wakes up, he's laying on the ground. He picks himself up, but has no memories. It's just a wild animal at that point. He's just walking around until he finds a little girl, which is his little sister. And he's this version right on screen. Like, no, this version. He is a Delta version, which or an alpha series, which can only be bonded to one little sister, and if the little sister dies, then he dies too. So his instincts take over, and he picks up the girl and puts her on his back, and they just begin walking. They walk out the storage room, and then they go into a dark alleyway. He sees countless homeless people and stuff, and he just continues walking. Then he sees a giant fight in the distance, but he still keeps on walking. Just walks and walks. Before the girl, who is on his back, by the way, if you forgot, says, "Look, Daddy, Adam," as she jumps off his back. Then his instincts just tell him to follow her, and he does, just aimlessly following her. Then they come up to a corpse of a dead body of a hero, and she just, yes, there's Adam," the girl says, and just stabs a huge syringe which she was carrying. And then there were some sounds and stuff, and he just watched. No emotions, he just watched her stab a syringe repeatedly in a corpse. It's almost like it wasn't even Deku. So Deku just watched. And then she was done. "Daddy, now I'm done. Pick me up." And he did. He picked her up. And then he just continued the process. Just continued. Walking and walking and walking. Then he found another corpse. And the same thing. And then she jumped off his back and began extracting Adam. But then he heard someone approaching. When he looked, it was like I'm gonna just go on a little explanation hunt right now. What he's gonna see is Splicer, which is just like a human that has gotten a lot of negative effects of Adam. So it's like a zombie that's addicted to Adam, which is why the Big Daddies exist after all. Because they have to protect the little sisters from them, because they want to murder them. So yeah, he sees one of them, and the Splicer, it just sprints at the little girl, and she screams, and instinctively you see the giant drill, he just plunges it in the chest of the Splicer, and just turns on the drill, and there's just guts flowing everywhere, blood splattering everywhere. Just tosses it violently to the side. And then just a whole horde of Splicers come at him. But and he just tears them apart bit by bit, drilling holes, crushing their heads, ripping off their heads, ripping off arms, ripping out hearts, everything. And he's still not phased. Then she was done. Then they continued walking and walking and walking. It was like it just was gonna last forever. Then he sees a hero. It was a hero. Who was fighting a horde of Splicers, and he saw the helpless hero who was being overrun by the Splicers, brutally murdered. And these splicers seemed to be controlled, so they left Deku alone with the little sister alone, so Deku didn't attack them. Even though a normal person would have attacked them to see such a manslaughter. He was just aimlessly walking. But then he just kept walking, and then he saw someone. It was a person just calmly approaching him, even though they were supposed to be terrifying. Just calmly approached him, and then suddenly he just felt his instincts going haywire. His mind was just blowing. He just felt pain and everything. He collapsed, and the mysterious person in front of him just took the little sister he had away, as he just stood laid helplessly on the ground, reaching his arm out to the little sister before getting knocked out, just passing out. And yeah, that's the what if. Hope you enjoyed, and see you next time.